Given the circumstances, at least as I understand them, and because I haven't heard the entirety of the case or anything,
Right, exactly.
I'm
Probable cause or anything.
going to deny your request. Bond, continue.
Why?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Sir, we're going to have a real problem if you're going to act like that in this court. I want to make it real clear. I understand you want to represent yourself. I told you I'm going to hold you to the same standards. You will not, by motion, by anything you say, disrespect anything in this court. You understand me? If there is another outburst during any of these proceedings like that in regard to my rulings, I will give you a place to stay. You do not have to worry about having a tether. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Sure.
That concludes this hearing. Court does call the case. The people of the state of Michigan versus Cody Lee Jolly. We're actually set for, what are we set for? Yeah, we're set for PCC. All right, state your name, sir.
Cody Lee Jolly.
All right. Mr. Jolly, are you still intending upon representing yourself? All right. I do have to apprise you that in this matter, you were charged with 2 offenses versus criminal sexual conduct in the 4th degree. Well, 2 counts as criminal sexual conduct in the 4th degree. You understand the nature of those charges? You understand the allegations as explained to you during the course of the arraignment in these cases? Okay. The maximum penalty, those are both high court misdemeanors punishable by up to 2 years incarceration, $500 fine plus court costs, mandatory STD testing. You understand that, sir?
Yeah.
All right. You understand that there can be great peril in attempting to try to represent yourself in a criminal matter of this nature? And you understand that the court would hold you to the same standards as I would any licensed attorney in terms of court rules and in terms of court procedure. You understand that? And you understand that the court is not going to try to assist you or help you out in any way? All right. And you understand also, sir, that if you are indigent and cannot afford to hire an attorney, that you would be afforded counsel and could request counsel at any particular time. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. So what are we going to do in this case?
Your Honor, I'm covering this case for Ms. Reiser today. She did provide me with the outstanding CD of discovery for the defendant. I understand that the police report has already been sent out to him by mail. And the CD provided to the jail staff.
Yeah.
If the answer is no, I don't know how else. Okay. Could you put it in? Is that acceptable? Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, we can switch.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
So that's everything we have.
All right. That's all discovery. Sir, what did you want to do next on this case?
Before I start the trial.
Well, you understand that the next step is not that of a trial?
Is this pre-trial?
Oh, okay.
I understand this is pre-trial and we're on the trial.
Mr. Jolly, do you really wish to represent yourself in this matter? I'm a little bit concerned because you don't. Well, but that's not how it works. Okay. That's what concerns me. You're charged with a high court misdemeanor. Okay. The next step is that we're at a probable cause conference. The next step is a preliminary examination. Okay. And then if you're bound over, then you're gonna go through that process once again on the circuit court level.
Okay.
You follow that? Okay, so now understanding that that's a basic procedure, what do you want to do?
Just move forward and just, not guilty. And case with preliminary examinations. Okay. I have this matter, I'm in custody right now. And I was hoping to solve it.
So you want it, you got a copy of the police report, right?
I got the discovery. I did, it was emailed to me.
Okay. So you want a preliminary examination in this matter?
If that's the next step, to move on to trial, and I'm trying to get the trial done as fast as possible, but the preliminary examination helps before that.
Wow. All right. I know, but if it has to break, we just have to break.
Yes, sir.
All right. Set preliminary examination for April 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. That will be before me. That's in person.
In this matter, the custody includes them.
Pardon?
Is the other day I went to the arraignment. I was hoping that to get released, but there was, I had to come here first. Can I get released through
What do you mean you?
He was arrested. My office had a new warrant request for him from the University of Michigan. It was for trespass and for violating the conditions of Your Honor's bond and that you said in this file. He has been trespassed from the University of Michigan libraries numerous times. He was again there, which is where he was
Nice,
arrested on April 5th, 2024. He was publicly looking at inappropriate photos of women in the school library, and other people were able to see what he was doing. He was reported when the police came. They recognized him. They recognized him as the person that they had trespassed times. The report indicates that his shirt was open, exposing his chest, and that his pants were pulled down, but that his genitalias were not exposed as far as they saw. Certainly this is the CSC. He's out on bond in the CSC case while he's engaging in this behavior. At the very least, the ongoing trespass is a violation of his bond, given that he's committing a new crime while he's out on bond, and that concerning behavior in a public place, in a place he's been trespassed. My office denied the warrant request and essentially turned to this case and for us to move forward with a violation here instead.
All right. Sir, you are entitled to a hearing regarding a bond violation on this matter. Did you want to have a hearing on that? Did you want to admit the violation, or did you want to deny it? What do you wish to do?
To admit the violation was what again? I'm sorry. The violation was because when I got here, they told me that everything was, they said that it was, when they came out and gave me the trespass, when I got here, they said the trespasses and stuff, and they weren't worried about it. It wasn't.
Well, they weren't worried about it from the standpoint of new charges.
Okay, yeah.
But my understanding is that the prosecutor doesn't want you released because what the conduct that's alleged to have occurred is a violation of the condition of bond on this case.
Okay, yeah, there was nothing inappropriate besides being in the library. Yeah, nothing weird in the library. I have no idea. But yeah, I wasn't.
But you weren't supposed to be back on on the property.
That's what they said. I guess that was stemming from this. So,
Do you want a hearing on it? Or are you going to admit to the violation? What are you going to do? You're entitled also, sir, to have a representation of an attorney for a bond violation here.
but I mean, if it's not a new charge, I admit that I was trespassing. That I was probably trespassing there. I was hoping to get out of jail for days.
Well, I need you to understand that I'm not agreeing that you're going to get out of jail at all. Whether you admit it, do whatever, I'm not
Right.
well, you just admitted to the violation. That's why I'm worried about you not having an attorney. Just, you admit to the violation of being on University of Michigan property, correct? Okay, so that's why I'm worried about you not being represented by an attorney. Because that's a violation of the bond conditions that I set in the case involving the criminal sexual conduct.
I've never been there before. So I wasn't aware that it was that I wasn't allowed to be in public library. I've never been to the building.
Sir, did you want a hearing on the bond violations? Because I'm going to take into account everything that they're indicating, that you were trespassing and what was in there. Do you want a hearing on that?
Yes.
Do you want an attorney to assist you regarding that hearing on the bond violation?
I think I'm okay. I just the bond and stuff we can get it heard. Simple as that. I've done 10 days in jail already. And
Where are you coming up with this 10 days in jail?
just got out.
Yeah, but what do you mean I've done my 10 days?
I've been 10 days so far, and I've not actually had the charge. I've been charged with these 2 counts that are here, but I've not actually committed the offense.
Okay, but sir, you understand that the criminal charges that are here, that your release on those criminal charges, there were certain conditions regarding your release.
Right, that's what they're telling me.
Correct. In certain places you couldn't go, you couldn't leave the state of Michigan, no alcohol, all of that stuff, right?
The best I can. I've been 2 months without a problem. The best I can.
Okay, but now I have I have a trespassing, which is a violation of the conditional, your release. And I could, if there's a violation of the conditions of your release, I could certainly let you out. I also could just hold you until this matter gets resolved. You understand that? And now you want a hearing on that. And that's fine. I don't have a problem if you're going to have a hearing on it. But then the issue becomes, are you going to try to handle this hearing yourself? Or are you going to want an attorney to assist you with that? I understand that you want to move forward, but there's going to be a hearing that's going to determine whether or not you're in custody. Pardon?
As soon as possible.
Well, I haven't set a date. I'm trying to figure out how you want to proceed on it.
Just like I said, I'm just doing my best to live my life.
Sir, I understand all of that. Listen closely to my question. This hearing on the conditional bond violation could determine whether or not you're in custody or you're released with other conditions or not, pending the further proceedings in this case. Bottom line, I could come to the decision, okay, well, I'm going to let him out, put conditions on you and you walk out. Or I could come to the decision, no, he's going to be held on this case. I'm going to I'll give him a bond of some type, but he's going to be held. Okay, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd be held. That's what's at stake.
Yeah, just hope to get out as soon as possible. So I just like to move forward.
Well, I understand that, but follow what I'm saying to you. You say you want a hearing. My question to you is, are you going to try to do this hearing yourself, where one side of it, you might get released, the other side of it is you might be locked up for the remainder of this case? Do you want to try to do that yourself, or do you want the assistance of an attorney to help you through that process?
I think I just hope that just facts.
Just answer my question.
Yeah, just
You're gonna handle it yourself.
God's hands, hope that everything.
Okay, but you're going to handle it yourself. How soon could we have witnesses available for a bond violation here?
The answer to that question, I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Are you thinking like a week? Is that what you mean?
I'm thinking sometime next week, and then because the following week is his, what day?
So we would have Tuesday morning available,
The
but
16th.
he's in custody, so I would do that. Because that's pretty much he's in custody. Once we did it.
What, I got stuff Tuesday afternoon.
We have an expungement docket at 1, which is small, so you can do it at 2 o'clock.
I could do it at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, the 16th.
It's a U of M police officer, so I can email him, to U of M police officer, so I can email them and see if one or both of them can be there on that date.
Okay. What I'll do, I'll just set it. If there becomes a problem, we'll communicate with the defendant as well as you, just try to arrange a different time. So set a bond violation hearing, April 16th, 2024 at 2 p.m.
Mhm.
At 2 p.m. Is there anything further, sir?
With the bond, yeah, that'll all be discussed as part of the tender condition. Because this bond, I think, this will be 10 days, it'll be like 15 days, and by the time that happens, I was hoping that would count for something, as far as the conditions of my bond. Yeah, I can't afford cash bonds or something, just right, be around, maybe time that I've got it, you know.
I don't know what you're asking me.
If the tether situation could be addressed on the same day.
I'm going to address everything on any day that you appear. So if the tether is part of the condition of your bond, which at this point you're in violation of, I've set a hearing for the 16th to determine whether or not there was a violation. But the allegations are there that there was a violation. The following week, you're set for preliminary examination on the charges. Okay, so all right. I'm going to assume that there's nothing else. Bond will remain revoked. Thank you.